Hooray!
Yes. Don't know yet.
The show didn't start, right?
I just got your hooray.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah.
decent to me. Yeah.
Oh shit! Yeah, I know where we are coming from. Live to you from Rick Priestley's diaper dumper.
Just
Yeah, the biggest Tyrannid shit show on the internet.
with extra Tyranids for once.
Yeah. Yes, aren't they pretty? Yep, exactly. You moved your computer, and now everything's a mess. Oh, oh. Okay. Well, at least we have that sorted out. uh-uh. Uh-uh. Well, I have to say that I have been literally I was on time, like totally on time. I sat down at right a half because I ran up from the basement. I just glued the last part of the ceiling into the right place, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can make it." Yeah, just to find out that you are not. Yeah, it felt like Spaceballs, spectacular stunt, my dear friends, but sadly worth for nothing. Where they were running or trying to escape from the quotation marks Death Star, and they jumped through a closing gate. And yeah, on the other side there was this Imperial officer saying, "Well, spectacular stunt, my dear friends, but sadly, I don't know the English. Uh,
Nick,
I know it's German. Yeah,
Nick, your voice isn't actually coming through. Your voice isn't coming through. And to quote Symbio Joe, nothing of value was lost.
What the what?
Well, while you're sorting that out, I'm going to say congratulations to Dwarfinich. He's got a promotion and he's moving into his first apartment. Well done.
Okay, look. I'm here. I exist. God damn, I hate my life. So everyone was hearing everybody else, but not me? Hello?
Yes.
You can hear me,
Yes.
right? You guys can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you over Discord.
Okay, if anyone can hear me over on YouTube, please tell me what you think of my shabby duties as host / technical, I don't know, facilitator of this whole thing.
Apparently, they hear you now.
Eric says, there you are. Oh my god. Okay, so they missed my whole shit show about how I moved my computer to clean up my desk, and then the computer stopped working, and... Oh, this is just like par for the course today. Today is a day,
Yeah.
my friends. Today is a day.
You
Might be
will have like great fun to cut this all out afterwards.
I'm not even gonna bother. No, fuck.
Oh.
Today is too much of a shit show. It's just gonna be shit show time. So
But apparently, you are very quiet, and I can only
oh, am I?
I can
Oh,
only
wait, I can
copy
fix that.
that.
Hold on, I can fix
But
that.
you are a bit quiet though, Nick.
Oh my. How's this for your eardrums? Okay.
Has he
okay,
stopped? Has he
there's
stopped
a little-
whispering into the void, or is he now
Okay.
screaming?
Now I'm screaming. Okay, I think it's a little better now. I see on my levels that I am higher than I was before.
That's good. I think you still could do more, but
Well, I think you guys aren't hearing the audio that's going out to YouTube.
oh, that's right.
Hold on, I'm gonna crank it a little more. If I get too loud on YouTube, I'm getting a
Okay,
little bit
Well,
yellow.
just to provide some content here. If someone I bought this Shadow Throne box.
Oh, I
There
can't
you
believe
go.
you bought that thing. I'm so surprised. Oh wow, you
Yes.
actually have it. Look at you. Look at you, little Games
Yeah,
Workshop supporter.
I kept this booklet for what it's worth. Yeah, well, what can I say? It's weird. It's some weird art up here, like, ooh, it's DNA strain, which ends into like Tyrannid heady thing, and
Yeah.
whatever this is, Stormcast Eternal head,
Yeah.
which just shows how much I don't care.
Yeah.
It's I don't know. There's some rules. Oh, look at that face. You probably have seen most of the artwork because you all
No,
have
I
the Gene
think
Stealer Cultist
some
codex,
of that
but
is
look at that
old,
face.
but some of it's new.
Can you see that?
Can you hold it up closer to the camera? I'm sure everyone on the internet can see it. I'm just... Ooh, yeah, Gribbly.
Yeah, like 4 eyes and mandibles, and that's a cool head.
Have you seen that head? That head is on the sprue.
It is?
Yep.
4 heads and mandibles?
Yeah, it's the head that I used to make the heads for my Death Leapers. It's got 4 eyes and mandibles. It's one of my favorite heads. And the beauty of it is that on the bits order sites, no one wants it. So I got it for cheap. I got a whole bag of them.
That's cool. What I also like is this. This,
Oh, yeah, the
big-
tank.
yeah, with a tank in the back. That's pretty cool.
I think
I
that...
don't. I'm
Go
going
ahead.
to upset you with this. It's not produced anymore.
The tank?
What, the tank?
Yeah.
Oh, it was the objective markers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
You cannot upset me with that because I'm not surprised. Whenever they produce something good, they will kill it off immediately.
Yes. This is too good. Get rid of it.
Yeah. So this is kind of interesting, but I basically got the box for just the neophytes.
Hey, those are good models.
Yes, they're pretty good because I thought maybe I would venture further into my Gene Stealer Cultist thing, but now I got the all the big dudes left over.
Yeah.
So if
Cut
you
them
want to
up.
buy
Make
them
something
from me,
different. Simon, I have a challenge for you.
yeah.
Fix the patriarch.
Oh fuck.
Oh, fix the patriarchy.
Oh no, we can fix
So-
the patriarchy after you fix the patriarch, but I would start by fixing the patriarch.
Yeah, I can use the arms.
No,
would
I
have
mean
to
like
stop the
fix
rest of
it.
you.
No, like cut him up and make his posture normal.
Like what Panic the Anchorite did with his one,
Yeah.
the whole walking one.
Like
Well,
think of it as Karen 2.0. Karen 2022.
so when I fix him, can I leave Karen alone?
Yeah, sure. Nobody likes a Karen.
No, we actually had someone asking about Karen in
Really?
the chat earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
It was Where's Peter? Peter Lajken was Hydra. What happened to your Dimmacaran project?
We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about Karen anymore.
And Peter just asks, Marco, what are you working on?
Marco's working on the gun beast that isn't the gun beast he's meant to be doing for his creature conference thing.
True.
But
And I
it
just
is a
broke-
Tyranid.
And I just broke it apart.
Oh, what?
And I will break apart more of it. Yeah. Take this, baby.
Oh my god, my beautiful creation. Wait, did I glue those
so much
arms?
for the fun you had, Nick, when you
What?
said I'm
What?
so funny that he's going to paint it and it's going to be yeah. Well, don't do that to the lictor bust, okay?
I'll break it apart. Rah. Okay, honestly, like, Marco, I was just thinking about it the other day when you sent that message or something and you're like, oh no, you posted. And you were like, oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to painting this. I'm like, oh god, did I glue that whole thing together?
Not anymore, you didn't.
Well, I'm glad you just took it on yourself and destroyed it. Are there
Yeah, it's
pins,
just not
at
how to-
least, that you can put it back together? I think I should have pinned it.
No worries, I can put it back together, of course.
Okay,
If
groovy.
I wouldn't be able to, wouldn't have done this right now, but it's not possible to paint properly like this. I
No.
just looked at it and said, no way.
No. I'm excited that you're painting it, though. Look at you doing actual Tyranid work,
Woohoo! Working on Tyrannids.
while the rest of us are clipping bits from a sprue / dodging questions about Karen.
I've
Yeah.
done that for a year, that's good enough for me.
What?
Time to get... I have clipped bits from spruce for a whole year. Time to get shit done now.
Nice.
Ooh, look at you.
Yes.
No, that's awesome. So what are you
Talking
working
about
on, Marco?
looking-
Tell people if they're not familiar.
I am... Read my feed, of course.
Oh my god.
I'm working on the most beautiful gun beast the world has ever seen. It was made by a guy called Modern Synthesist. And it's an awesome kit bash. The likes this world shall never see again. No, honestly, it's a gun beast. I think it's number 4 from Nick, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think I hashtagged it Gunbeast4. And are you saying that it's the likes of which the world will never see again because you're breaking it into 1,000 pieces?
No, because it's so beautiful. It's like you shall never reach these heights again with your art. It's so awesome.
Thanks, buddy.
Honestly, I think
You want to say he exceeded himself?
exactly. No, honestly, I really think the design is totally unique. And knowing how you work, I don't think you will see this kind of form again.
No, I'm gonna come up with something different, probably.
Yes, I think so.
No, but it
Because-
was a lot of fun. And not gonna lie, part of the fun was knowing that I was gonna send it to you and you not knowing.
Oh, thank you.
I think there was a couple times where I asked you for input on it. I'm like, hey Marco, what do you think about this? And you said stuff. I'm like, okay, that's the answer. I think it was the gun barrels. I'm like, oh man, I'm working on this gun beast, and I don't know if I should like put like sphincters in the barrels or just leave them empty. And you're like, definitely sphincters. I'm like, sphincters it is.
That is so awesome to hear. Really. You should see the big smile right now.
I know you're a big fan of sphincters, have been ever since Advanced Space Crusade.
Yes, let's talk about sphincters more.
Oh wait, we did we even get the? Oh, we did. I guess Simon's audio came through, but I was gonna say, welcome to. Now that we're how many minutes in? Now that we've been farting around for 13, almost 14 minutes, I'd like to officially welcome everyone, because apparently my audio wasn't on the first time, to the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, the Creature Conference, and we're coming to you live from Rick Priestley's diaper hamper, place where he puts his shitty diapers. That's where we're coming to you live from today. So Marco, sorry about the confusion about when we were starting. I'm glad you could join us. Thank you.
Happy to be here
Great.
once again.
And yeah, today we're actually going to talk about Tyranids. Other than like this. Well, I guess we're talking about Tyranids right now, but we're actually going to talk about new Tyranids. Because
Yay!
I think like
Yay, sorry. Missed my cue. Yay!
literally the day after we recorded the Xenos review, or like a couple of days after the Xenos review. Oh no, it was on the 1st, I think, on January 1st. Games Workshop released a video teasing, being very teasery, and teasing models that are coming out in 2022 with some like kind of like not easily visible shots of the models. So Flynnhammer has grabbed the not easily identifiable shots of something that is likely a Tyranid. Do 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 do.
Let's all say do.
Okay.
It's my little bit of I need to get it up now.
Okay, that's okay. I need to go accept your stream request. Oh wait, I gotta show non-video because apparently a stream is not a video.
Here we go.
Here we go. Watch stream.
Hey, and look, I'm working on a Tyranid as well.
Oh, too bad. The stream's coming up.
No, Simon, what are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
Working on that warrior. Finally.
Whoa. Did you like make a version of just the video? What is the?
Nope, someone else did.
Oh, someone made a
I
GIF
just
of
took
it.
it.
Oh, sweet! Look at you. Oh, this is amazing. So, lest there be any doubt
of this team.
I was going to say, lest there be any doubt, Flynnhammer is the professional member of this squad.
And it always has been.
Flynnhammer
I'm
is
just the lazy one.
the first member. The rest of us are just versions of the fifth member. We just get in his way. Thanks for finding this, man. I haven't actually seen this. Is it a GIF?
Yeah, someone just basically cut the bit out. I cut it for it. I've only got
Sweet.
one word.
Yeah.
Strike!
You've been waiting to say that for a long time, my friend. Like
Yes.
a decade, maybe? Half a decade? I don't know.
Too long. I've done my waiting.
So that's what Flynnhammer thinks this is. Marco, what do you think this is?
I think it's the Shrike. And you can quote me on that.
Okay.
No, honestly, I have no idea. I think if it's a Shrike, it's an interesting design. I guess we'll talk about that right now.
Sure.
But if the Shrikes are all sitting on the ground waving with their wings again, I'm gonna puke.
Wave with wings.
Look, I have wings. Look
This
at
is
me.
this is what you tune in to the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet for. No patience for any Tyranid bullshit. I'm gonna puke.
And why shouldn't I?
No, that's good. Yeah. No, I want your honest opinion, and that is okay. So we'll get into more of that and why you're gonna puke. But before we do that, Simon, what do you see before you, and what do you think? In short, like, what would you say this is?
I had the feeling that it would be like a they will release probably a double box.
Yep.
And I think it would be easy to jump on the Shrike hype train.
Yep.
Because they have digitalized the warrior kid.
Yep.
And I think it's easier to play around with something you already have.
Yeah.
You don't have to work so much or create new stuff.
Yes.
So I could see why they would sort of do the lazy tour. I'm expecting always the worst.
Yes.
So my dream would be to see two completely new kids, and hopefully just one of them is flying and relying on wings, and the other one has different means of levitation.
Ooh. And sorry, when you say two different kits, you mean this as a dual kit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Tyranids will get like a standalone unit, because I would expect to get a whole redesign, and I would hope for a whole redesign, and I don't think they will get it because not enough audience.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting the least, and the least would be like a warrior kid. Give the warrior wings, and make them usable again. Approach all the dudes who have wanted flying Tyranid warriors for ages.
Yep.
Or have glued dark Pegasus metal wings to their warriors, and they always fell over and break, and the
Hey,
paint
those were some
splatters
sick
everywhere.
wings, though. Those are some beautiful wings, those Dark Pegasus wings.
Yeah, and I have a whole set of them, and it's game-wise it was utterly useless.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and always so.
And okay,
Yeah,
so
I would assume I don't see a parasite of Mortex thing people have been advocating, because I think they would build a unit box,
yeah,
and having a character would be just one thing.
yeah.
So I'm expecting a unit and a Shrike and something else box.
Okay, and oh, Flynn, what's this?
That's just the still because my audio with you guys keeps cutting out while I've got the GIF playing, so I'm just
Oh,
so I can
okay.
actually hear what you're saying.
Actually, when you froze it there, it looked like something different. Like, I don't know, I saw something different in it.
Simon's mighty voice, it tends to freeze things.
Yes, you cannot compete.
Yes.
You cannot keep up with the German efficiency of his voice.
Word.
You should see how it made the ladies quake when he came to Canada.
Oh yeah.
They said, "Oh my! I never thought I could be
Only
so
drama?
attracted to a refrigerator-shaped man."
Yeah.
While we're at it, let's hear what people in the chat think about this. Tom Box has already said, Bitsbox, I wager £4, £4.09 that this is not a Shrike. We should take that down. My own answer is it seems like the Shrike is the obvious answer, but I feel like the wiggly tentacles on the end make me want it to be a Parasite of Molotrex more. Like, I want them to be showing the set. I'm with Simon that I think it's a dual build kit, or I hope it's a dual build kit. I'm also with Simon on the pessimistic approach to it. That though I too would love to see a full Tyranid line, I don't believe that's happening anytime before like 2023. But I think this is one box with two builds, and that one of them I assume is going to be the Shrike, like people are predicting, and I want the other thing to be something weird, but it could also be the case that it's like the Zoanthrope, where this is the one-off weird one that you can field with your normal Shrikes. But yeah, something about the wiggly tentacles coming off the bottom make me think more Parasite of Motrax.
What you just give me an idea of what it could also be. It could be a dual kit, but it's not a dual kit of Shrikes and the Parasite of Mortex. It could be a dual kit of the Parasite of Mortex and the Red Terror.
What?
Which that would be an interesting one of, here you go, here's a box. You can either build one of these two special characters.
Hey Marco, how do you feel about the Red Terror standing up on its tail with its wings out?
Make him fatter.
I agree. He's too skinny, that guy. For a Tyranid
Yeah.
that's meant to eat all the pies, how is he that skinny?
Eat all the pies.
It's
They
a
changed him.
British expression, I think.
Yeah.
Did I do that
Yeah.
right? Did I do it right, Flynn?
Who ate all the pies, so he ate all the pies.
There we go.
But they did change the background to the Red Terror.
He's
They
not
did?
no longer ate all the pies? That's disappointing.
He's basically a revenant that went mental on like a space station, and was named it because of the covered in the blood of the people that were on there.
Boo!
The old one, he eats everything. It's better.
Yes, I want a Red Terror who's not afraid to let his love of food hang out.
All you can eat, bro. All you can eat.
Damn right. Interesting. So Parasite of Mortrax Red Terror. Oh, I think even if this is not that, I think you just launched some Red Terror conversions. Although people tend to go bigger with the Red Terror these days, right?
Give him a big belly already.
Grab the thing off the Turvagon and slap it on the front of him as a big belly, and say that he ate all the gaunts. He just got really hungry in the hive ship, and he just, couldn't contain himself.
What was that Forge World thing called? Again?
What? Oh,
Dreadmore?
what?
The Forge World tentacle face?
It's Melanthrope.
Yes.
Yeah, she had a pretty belly as well.
Did she?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, there were hands poking out. Like, oh, I'm being slowly digested.
Oh, right. Nice.
It was a wonderful kit.
I never really loved that kit, but now I'm thinking maybe it's pretty and I should have given it the time of day. It's understated, which is good. It doesn't have the like blah, 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 blah. Like, come here so I can eat your face.
Absolutely. It's understated.
Yep.
So
And it has really nasty hands where I think in the fluff it used to be that it poisons its victims so it can devour them slowly, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
So I'm just gonna go over. I posted about this stream on YouTube. This is YouTube on Instagram, and some people commented on there. So Polymorph Mini said, "I don't really know this. It's like Warrior TYTY with wings. Can someone decode that for me? Tai. Warrior TYTY with wings. Warrior TYTY with wings. Warrior, please return of custom units, please." So I think that's a vote for Shrikes. Protulit Tenebris also, I think they are Shrikes, 3 in a box, with the potential to upgrade 1 to the Parasite. That seems like a common belief.
Yeah.
And therefore it will be false.
Hive Fleet Nidhogg, I'm backing the Parasite as well, but I would like Shrikes to get new rules return, as I'm sitting at 6 of 9 at the moment. I think 6 of 9 Shrikes completed. Storyboard guy, I want it to be something a bit new and different. Shrikes would be cool, but what about a Flying Tyrant Guard as a bodyguard for the Tyrant? Thoughts?
No, don't like the idea.
That would be
Ouch,
very
Flynn! Ouch!
nice.
Wait, what was that? What was that? Marco?
Big and blocky.
No, it's sounding too cool. Actually, I would love this kind of new concept.
Yeah.
Just to expand it a little bit what we have, but I don't think it's sounds too interesting for me.
Flynnhammer makes the comment that it'd be too big and blocky, but I think Marco has a solution for how you can make a Hive Tyrant Guard that is not big and blocky. Marco, have any ideas?
Absolutely, but still, I don't think that's gonna be it.
No?
Yeah.
Well,
it's a bit sad, but I would love it to be something like that, because it would challenge the design
Absolutely.
to be something really new. Like, think of how it would work. So the walking things rely on just being big and in the way, but a flying thing would need maybe some sensory organs or something to predict where a missile or something like that is going and throwing itself in the way. And
so what you're saying is it would have to be cooler and more interesting than just a normal Tyrant Guard.
Or have a psychic shield.
That's what I was trying to get you to say the first time, buddy.
I know. I'm not a monkey. You just can't put on my tail.
Dance, monkey. Dance. So Protulit Tenebris says, I'd be happy if they brought back the Ablative Swarm for the Flyrant instead of Flyrant Guard. What's the Ablative Swarm? I didn't know that one. Does anyone remember that?
I think that could have been like a special rule set of something, but I don't know.
You know who's going to know? Bargaist is going to know.
Yes.
Is he here?
Yep, Bargaist is here. Bargaist, do you know about the Ablative Swarm?
Rattler's cage, wake him up.
Don't pull on Bargaist's tail. Nicholas Tregadigio's here. Hello, welcome. Oh yeah. Okay. With our busted ass start, Tom Wilson just said, I hope you all had a good Christmas and New Year. I feel like we should have kicked off with that. Man, this really is the number one Tyrannid shit show on the internet, isn't it? How was everyone's Christmas? Actually, should we finish talking about this and then we talk about our Christmas and New Year's? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about the possibility of flying guard. I think that would be really cool, but it is challenging. One Above All Designs, who often joins us on the stream, suggests new Tyrannid Shrikes, 18-inch D6 plus 2, strength 5, -1, 1 damage, flame spurts. Yes. I would be down with Shrikes with flame spurts. That would be amazing.
I got a question for Flynn actually on this one.
Yeah?
Because if we think about 2022 this year, I think nobody's gonna expect the big Tyrannid re-release with all the units and all the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So what kind of release format could we imagine a single box of Shrikes in? What would be typical for Games Workshop these days?
Oh.
So did you see what so Simon's got the perfect example. He's got the
The blood and honor, blood and
The
glory,
Shadow
shadow
Throne.
throne, death,
Yeah.
angel
that would
wing
be
thing.
in a box with someone else. However, it could do it where they put something else in as well, like the Piety and Pain box they did, because you got the new.
What's piety
It
and
was
pain?
the X brick, and there was the Witches, I think it was.
Oh yeah,
Witches,
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
it is.
The witches.
They were in the box on the Dark Eldar side,
Yeah.
and I think it was the Venom in there, and then you had the Sisters of Battle with basically everything that was already out, and the Palatine. So they could do it that way, or if they're releasing a lot of other new things, hopefully they'll do it the same way they did the Black Templars and Orc Snaggers, Beast Snaggers box.
There was a Black Templar Orcs Beat Snaggers box? I forgot about
No,
that
as
one.
in the Black Templar box.
Ah,
They did
right.
just thing, and they did the Beast Snaggers box. So
Yeah.
you'd get the Codex in there as well.
Oh, interesting. But that would have to be a larger, like you said, have to be a larger Tyranid release.
Yeah.
So the basic question is: are we expecting a full blown Codex release thing, or is it going to be just a lame ass update so they don't lose the copyright?
I think it's lame ass.
I'm in two minds.
Okay.
A full. So as we said earlier, like they've got the digital files. We've got the Space Marine 2 game coming out. I think it's coming out this year at some point.
Yeah.
And with what a lot Games Workshop are now doing, they're doing the design work hand in hand with the game developers. So they're
Are
putting
they?
in.
You say this, but like I feel like this is a bit tinfoil
Wait.
hat. Like
Wait, yeah.
okay, so
The reason why.
you've done this
That
before,
would've
Flynn,
made
and I
sense.
think that I think we got to inject a little bit of pessimism here. That I don't know that I think Games Workshop has their own shop that they do in the studio, and I think they might throw crumbs to developers. But I would be shocked if they were developing things hand in hand.
So with
Yeah.
Creative
Look at what they
Assembly,
did with Warhammer Plus and the Black Templars.
What do you mean?
I don't have Warhammer Plus, but I just heard that they're sort of releasing now a Black Templar show. So wouldn't have that made more sense, like releasing that before the Black Templar release?
Yeah.
Have they ever cooperated with anyone outside the studio as to
Yeah.
model design? Like ever?
yes, they've had to for the Total Warhammer games with Creative Assembly, because obviously they've
Yeah,
got
but-
to have like models for them.
Yeah,
They-
but did the design of any actual 40k models we got in the end result from this kind
Yeah.
of process?
Like, was that at the same time though, Flynn, or was that after the fact?
No, so the Kislev models that are going to be coming in the old world
Yeah.
are
Good
the
point.
same designs as the ones that are in for Total Warhammer 3. Because
Okay.
the sketch work they've shown from that.
But
the
Old
exact
World
same
is not the
sketch work.
studio, or Old World is Forge World.
Good point. Good point.
Same
And-
umbrella
and
company.
Not
those are
the same design as
And
we got
also-
from Jess.
and those are to be like another bumper. Those are designs already made. They just have to, update an existing thing. So if you want to release a new army, you have, at least that's what they did before, is to sit down and rethink the whole army as anew.
So that one I have an answer for, but it only depends on if Games Workshop follow through with it. So for Total Warhammer 3, they've got Cathay in there now,
Yeah.
and they've done the whole army design for it, which they haven't had before. So if they actually release models for Cathay, and it's the same design look as the game, then we know that because they had to go to Games Workshop to get the approval for how the designs are going to look and everything. So if they are going to do it that way, we know it's there. So this is me just pipe dream that they're going to use the same design sculpts they did for Space Marine 2 to do for the Nids that they're going to come out. But obviously, we won't know that because obviously we haven't seen anything more for Space Marine 2 than that one trailer. Don't even know if they can include whatever the model is here in the game.
Mm-hmm.
and most likely they're not going to have the releases tie up at the same time. But it could be that they have Space Marine 2 come out first, and then a little while later they have the new Tyranid range to
That
try and
you know,
draw in the fans from the game.
you know why this will never happen?
It's too good of an idea.
Yeah, because it makes sense. Because that's something professionals like we would do.
We're not. No, fuck that. We would.
Well, they are asking for new designers.
Yeah,
Um,
but the designers are not in charge of what is released when.
Yeah.
True.
Certainly not.
yeah, I think it's a really good idea, and I think it makes a lot of sense. But I also think I feel like my limited external understanding of the Games Workshop studio is that they're very close to their chest, especially like through all the leaks and all that stuff that happened over the years. And I feel like if they're going to collaborate with other studios at all, it's going to be an after the fact. Like, it's going to be like, here are models that we've already released. Because if you think about it this way, if they put a model in, like, of Cathay or whatever in some Total War thing, and then someone goes and makes a model of that, isn't that the whole thing where, like, in order for them to copyright a model, they have to have an actual model made of it? Like, isn't that kind of like them putting out their concept sketches like they used to do in the codexes that bit them in the ass? You know what I'm getting at?
It was, yeah, but it was they had artwork. So certain ones they didn't even have artwork for it. They got bit on the ass for, but it's the ones where they had the artwork, they had the image for it, because they hadn't released the model for it, they were in the right for those ones. But it was, for example, if they had done, I think there was a few Dark Elder characters they hadn't done any like sketches for or anything. They weren't in the codexes, they weren't publicly released, so they got done for those characters, so they got rid of them. But the characters that they had artwork for, they won on that side of it. So it was a whole palaver. But I think they lost more on they had more characters they hadn't got design work for than they did have sketches for.
Okay.
Too
I
much
don't know.
lawyering. I don't understand fully.
Yeah. Also, hey Simon, look, guess what? I got some little
What?
Demonette claws here that I bits ordered months ago and forgot about.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, they're my first.
Ooh,
They
they are sexy. What are you building there anyway?
I'm literally sorting bits because I've had a hell of a
you-
day and I'm not feeling inspired.
Okay.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Not very exciting. But
Onward.
I feel like we should bring your guys' video back because before we do that, let's get back to the preview. Flynn, can you pull up the sketch?
There's one thing I want to point out first before we go to sketch.
Sure.
This little bit here, that is from one of the what is it? Rumor engine bits.
Oh,
that
people
we
have. Well,
discussed.
doesn't the sketch point that out as
Yeah.
well? The tentacle-y bit.
Yeah, I know that. I just wanted to say it.
Yeah. So
Eric.
Nice.
and people have been like, "Oh my god, look, it's a Tyranid! Oh my god, look, it's a Tyranid!" And I never denied that was probably a Tyranid, but I did say that I was hoping that wasn't a Tyranid because I didn't feel like the design was that great. Okay, so here is. Can you make it a little bigger, or should I make it bigger? Hold on.
That's just, okay. Let me scream in.
I'll make it bigger. There we go. So this, if you're on Hobby Instagram, there is an artist named Dicey June. I don't know Dicey's pronouns. So they've got this habit of like taking the rumor engine stuff the Games Workshop puts out and then trying to like extend the drawing or like extend the concept. So to take like what few bits we've got and kind of string them together to try and make something understandable out of it. So Dicey's been doing a lot of work on Tyranids lately. They've been doing some 3D sculpting. That's pretty cool. So you guys should go check out Dicey June's Twitter to check that out. But Dicey was already commenting on Tyranid preview. So I suggested that maybe they do one of their SketchUps to show how this could possibly extend beyond what we see in the hazy photos. So Flynn, can you zoom it out a little bit?
Yeah.
So this very much looks like kind of what Marco was talking about, being a Shrike standing on its tail with its wings spread. I thought it was still like a cool take on it, the way that it unified the different parts that we do see here. And there the sketch highlights what Flynn commented on, which is that one bit looks very much like the spiked tail end that we had seen in one of the preview images. That looked very honestly like a Tyranid. So in Dicey's rendition, for me, this looks a little more like a Tyrant because of the kind of carapace shape behind the head, and it looks like two ridges of the miasma or whatever vents on the back. But I thought it was a cool.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the guess at the size, but I would guess it's probably not that big. I picture it being similar size to the Warriors, which I think. Oh, that looks a little more accurate, like compared to a Venom Throat there.
Yeah.
But maybe there's a valuable hint in there.
What's that?
Because maybe I'm not the only one thinking this looks cool as a singular design for one creature, but it doesn't look so cool for a whole unit to just stand there around and waving. So maybe that's another hint that it's not a unit of Shreks.
Could be.
Oh, that's right.
Good point.
Because it would look kind of stupid.
Yep. You mean it would look so stupid that even they would notice?
Well, they do have their moments sometimes.
I'm feeling like the grumpy old man here. Like,
yeah,
oh,
well.
Yeah. There's one bit that I've been looking at with the model.
Yeah.
And let me get back to one here. This bit here, everyone's going and like, oh, that's a claw. It's a talons there. For some reason, I'm seeing it's a bone sword, and it's the flat of it. It's flat, so it's like when it's looking at the camera, it's actually pointing straight out.
Yeah.
Or it's a perfect spot to put a bone sword in.
But yeah, wings and bone swords are things that, at least for me, should not be mixed.
Yeah, you don't think they go? I can see where you're coming from on that.
Not the way they're made. Like, I don't know. They are already pretty big and almost goofy in a way on walking warriors.
The bone swords?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And added to wings. I know they're smart, but that would be a hell of a coordination to get all those different things into line. And not chop off your own wings while chopping at others.
I'm picturing Marco's description of the ski poles flailing everywhere.
And I think it looks too demon-like. With
Right.
the whip and the wings and the sword.
Yeah.
I would prefer different archetypes for our design.
It would be cool. I think it's cool that they sort of made the nod towards the second edition and bring back bone swords, because they sort of bring back those identifications. Like, oh yeah, look at me! I'm the big four sword wielding super tyrant whose consciousness is being transferred to other bodies, and that was a nice thing to happen. But to sort of justify something as a character, but I think it's too close to humans.
You mean bone swords at all, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love bone swords because they've been around since second edition.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think they're cool because they're second edition, but
yeah,
the coolness ends there.
Okay. Stop trying to make second edition cool again. It's not happening.
Yep. Yep.
The rubber claws of the zone trope were never cool, I tell you.
I love me those rubber claws. All right, Flynn, thank you for sharing your screen. I'm gonna power down the stopwatch in your stream to bring back other folks' stuff. I'm gonna not show non-video participants. And are we back? Oh, I gotta fix things. Yeah, so that was kind of a ramble about the new Tyranids. Any other thoughts that you guys want to share on that point?
No.
Marco, have any other thoughts?
I must say, with some of the new Elder we are seeing, with some new models, I would really no, I haven't given up hope yet
Yeah.
on seeing another cool Tyranid creature again, because I feel the last one was such a long time ago, because all the creatures we got later, maybe apart from the Genestealer Patriarchs, which I really liked, the Broodlords,
Yep.
all the big monsters were all rather lackluster. So I would be all over the moon to see some really cool creature again.
So
Just threatening and elegant and
Yes.
beast-like and has all bells and whistles.
in the run up to this stream, we in our chat we were talking about this, and you mentioned like, oh, I don't know how long it's been since we got some cool Tyranid monsters. Flynn, what was the dates that we came up with for like the last actual, not Genestealer Cult, Tyranid release?
All right,
Plastic.
I've got the perfect quote that I've proxied for us. We've done our waiting. 5 years of waiting.
Is it only 5 years? I thought it was more than that.
2016 was when the Devastation of Baal box set, Deathstorm box set, Shield of Baal, one of the Baal box sets. I can't remember the actual name of it.
Uh-huh.
That's where you had the Crypt Horror Broodlord released.
So we had 6 years already.
But I said
It
let's
was
not
done in
count
November
let's
time.
not count
Ah, true.
Broodlords or Genestealers. I know that's technically Broodlord for thing, but isn't it just a resculpt of like an existing Broodlord?
No, that was actually a new sculpt for it, for the box.
Oh, okay.
And then it,
But previous
but
to
the-
that,
but also
what was the most recent Tyranid?
our favorite lady.
No. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Not talking Forge World. Like plastic Games Workshop Tyranid release that is not a Genestealer. Tell me.
7 years.
Thank you. There we go. 7 years.
Oh Jesus.
Have a guess which one it was?
Huh? Let's
Toxic
guess.
Green.
I was going for the chat to guess, but okay. Yes, the Toxic Green.
Yeah.
And it's not
close.
great.
And
it's
what?
Noodly appendages.
It's not great. It's just okay.
And it was the release that absolutely passed by me. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, you'd be forgiven. I thought it was actually the Turvagon, but yeah, we looked into it and it was the Toxicrene.
It's not even worth going by the dates on the sprues at all, because that Broodlord sprue has the date of 2013.
Oh, yeah, this is what I was wondering, because a lot of them have 2013 on them, but I don't know if that's when they were
Yeah.
actually released.
The Toxicrene Maliceptus was the only one that has 2014 on it.
Okay.
And I do remember it came out at the end of the 6th edition, because it came out after the Entropes and everything else, because they had like a special in the White Dwarf for it.
Yep.
And it gave the rules for the Maliceptus.
Who's
and
banging
Toxicrene
around?
together.
Simon, I think we
Yeah,
can hear you, man.
sorry.
But
See, I thought it
I'll
was
say
the Tyrannocyte, because we when we were talking about Tyranid design in the very first creature conference thing ever that we did, I think Marco and Simon were talking about how on the German site it said you had to buy a white dwarf to get rules for the Tyrannocyte.
Yep.
yeah. And it was
But,
just that was about a few months before the Toxicrene,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
if I'm remembering that all correctly and everything. Because it's very hard to actually search release date,
I
and it
know.
won't actually tell you anything proper.
Yeah.
And I think what we probably can all agree on with the Toxicrene Maliceptor set, it looks totally phoned in. Like it's not inspired. Whoever designed it had to do a creature and it was not fired up and like, oh, I'm gonna do it like this and it's gonna be cool. It's like, okay, this is it.
There you go.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think is cool about it is the tentacle tips. The ends of the tentacles for the Toxicrene, they've got cool kind of spinal column looking things and like some nice scythes on them.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And of course, they're useful parts, but the whole creature itself is like, ugh.
It's also it's just the model is just too. The top screen is just too big to just store.
Yeah. No, that's my tinfoil hat that Games Workshop is trying to sell miniature cases by making things bigger and more like expansive and breaky.
Yeah, they definitely sent that one. Definitely made Nid players have to get more model cases when we didn't need enough already.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to buy Archaon? Oh, well, you might as well buy this model case with him as well because you're not going to fit him in anything else.
And you can only fit him in there. No
Yeah,
one else,
exactly.
just
You're not going to put a whole army in there. That's That's your Archaon case now. Congratulations. Beautiful model. Challenge to transport.
Yeah, better store it in where you store models. Showcase.
Showcase.
Thing.
Yes.
Cabinets.
Cabinet, yes. Put it there and leave it there because you don't want to play with it. Because all your opponents will hate you.
Yeah. Okay. What's going on in the chat? Flynn, you want to take a gander back? See if people contributed to our, hey, tell us in the chat what you're thinking.
Oh, geez. There's a fair bit out because I've heard to add the stream up something to see a bit.
Oh,
but,
sorry.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to from.
Yeah. So I'm excited to have seen the preview. I'm excited that there is a Tyranid coming out. I was kind of pissed off that there's like a mold line on it, and it's very obvious at the bottom of one of the wings. And yeah, that's cool. I don't doubt that we're gonna wait until like November until it comes out, but strikes would be cool. But I honestly think it's gonna be some other weirdness that we didn't ask for. But hopefully fun weirdness.
Oh, so we've got Protulit Tenebrous is in the chat.
Oh, great. Hey, buddy. It's Boyd.
Murdoch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm afraid I gotta find a question on the topic if we return to it. I mean, it's not 1992 anymore. Are Shrikes, like winged Tyranid warriors, still the coolest concept for this kind of creature? I'm always thinking back to Simon's Ordonata back in the day, which made Tyranid flyers so much cooler than just slapping wings on a creature and say, "Oh, it's flying now."
Yeah, but we haven't seen any other, like, all the other Tyranids that we've seen that have wings are just wings slapped on a Tyranid.
Absolutely, but we could ask the question. I mean, we are all about excellence here, aren't we? Stop laughing. We could ask the question if something designed these days shouldn't be leveled up design-wise.
Wait. You're talking about a studio, a design studio that is trying to get people hyped up for space elves that absolutely look 100% like the ones that has been force-fed to the people already.
Hey, they've got belly buttons now, and they've got
now
G-strings,
they
all
have
right?
belly buttons.
And
No,
G-strings.
they've always had belly buttons.
Well, not quite, Simon. I'm totally fired up for the Ranger jetpacks because these look awesome.
Those are cool. Yeah, those are cool.
You guys say about they've now got belly buttons. They've
Yeah,
always had belly buttons.
Banshees had belly buttons. Guardians didn't.
Yes. Still belly buttons.
Okay.
Hey, when I looked at that picture before I read everything, I wasn't sure if it was a new or an old one.
Agreed. I feel the same way.
Cool.
They're nicer in that the legs are slightly less awkward, and I'm sure the details are a little crisper. But
yeah,
I'm
Aside from
disappointed
that,
that the catapults weren't smaller. They're not more like elegant or anything. Like,
Yeah.
why do they have this fat blob of weapon in their arms? When you look at the elegant weapons they did for the Dark Eldar.
That is true, but the rest is nice.
Yeah. We can agree on that. Hooray, the rest is nice. Well, this part looks shitty, but the rest is okay.
Well, I have to say, I was kind of glad to see, in this case, that they thought the old design, ancient as it may be, was really as good as it gets for Elder Guardians. And they brought it back to today's standards. They added a couple of nice details here and there. And I think, for me, I'm happy that they didn't think, oh, we have to change it. We have to change it to sell more. but they stuck to their guns and said, "No, this is it. This is the classic Guardian design."
Yeah, but they could have been a little slightly taller, slimmer. I guess they could be taller. We don't know. We haven't seen them in comparison,
Yeah,
but
maybe.
they could be slimmer, taller. Like, I get that the Guardian design is pretty good, and that's the thing. Like, I think it's served for so long because it is a good design. But I also think that it was an opportunity to elevate it, not completely change it, but elevate it, and I feel like they did not take that opportunity.
Okay,
Yeah. Sorry to agree, but I agree.
you're allowed to. Why not?
Thank you.
How generous!
Master.
How generous!
You're welcome.
But I'm excited for future Eldar previews, and I'm really hoping that the one this Monday is the Avatar.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Avatar and the Morgan Ra parts looked awesome to me.
Yeah, so
I think that'll be later than the Avatar and Morgan
Right.
Ra,
Yeah,
to be
certainly.
honest.
yeah, so Mongan Ra is in that preview video. There's that shot where it's like a robe with like some Eldar runes. They're kind of bloody, and then like you can see like a kind of like kneecap in the background. That's everyone's thinking that's Mongan Ra, right?
No, it is because his sword is actually you see the bone sword basically.
Oh, there's another.
That's-
That's a different shot though. I'm talking about the. I guess
And-
it
and-
is
and
successive
you-
shots in
you
the
can
same
see his-
model.
You can see his bony back,
Yeah.
which is totally close to the old design as well.
You can see his bones. He had his bones
His
sticking right
bony
out.
back, bony back.
Yep.
His bony beetle back. You can see.
That should be cool. He's a cool model.
Play with yourself. I'm down in the basement. I need to get new turnip bits.
That's an order.
We should touch ourselves now.
That is an order. Make sure you do it off camera. It's a family show.
Why?
Do I have to get out the extreme Slaneshi content sign? I made sure to keep it close by when I reorganized my studio. There we go.
Yeah, why not? Now's a good time as any.
All right. There's a few good things in chat that I've
Only
noticed.
a few.
It stems into nothing else, but one of it was everyone was talking about I think someone asked if there was a limited edition model in like a Tyranid army box set,
Yeah.
and it's the Death Leaper. So it was the
No, the Lictor.
it was the Lictor with the closed.
Yeah. Go ahead. Did we just lose Flynn? Or did I lose everyone's audio?
Too
Yeah.
much Slaanesh. I'm still here. I'm around.
So there was Flynn was saying that there Flynn, you're back?
He's back. He's back.
We lost your audio there for a second, man.
For me?
Yep, I think you're back now.
Yeah, sorry. So we were doing that with the Lictor with the closed claws, the different head, and the different tail. They had I think I've got it again.
No, I can hear you now. I thought that in this 3rd edition box set that the Lictor in there was different, but maybe I'm wrong.
Me? Okay.
You're going in and out. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
really
just-
know why.
Flynn trading.
It's the time of the day around here they lower all the connection speeds.
Really?
Yeah, because not many people are up at this time on a Friday night.
Yeah. How dare you be on the internet at 10 p.m. on a Friday night? Haven't you got beer to be out drinking?
Yeah. Can you go out drinking beer at this time? Nobody knows. So basically, they had the whole different army sets, and the Nids they got theirs in 2005 when they got their edition in their codex for 4th edition.
Yeah.
But the bit that I was just starting to chuckle at was Necron Nick was saying, "Have I turned up in the Dead Sea as it's very salty here?"
Yeah.
And then it goes on to, "No, we're in a salt mine."
So, Necron Nick hangs out with between the Bolter and me, and they are some of the saltiest mofo's on the planet when it comes to Games Workshop miniatures. So, it's a bit cheeky that he thinks we're being salty.
We're talking about a salt mine.
Yeah, so Tom also goes, the Dead Sea, the Dead Sea has nothing on this chat. It's a tub of Saxa tablet salt up in here. It's
Yeah, if you want to hear people get salty about Tyrannid design, you've come to the right place.
Yeah, well, I feel like I'm sort of guilty of that, and I don't know where this is coming from. Maybe I just got used to the pain and roll with it. But it's really hard to get excited about anything.
You're jaded is the word.
Yeah,
Jaded.
that's a good word.
Jaded.
That's a really good word. $5
Thank
word.
you.
we've been burnt once before. We don't want to get burnt again, so you don't get the hopes up.
Yep.
Oh, you
I
mean
think
like
that's it.
burnt on the Fisher Price model? The talk screen?
Yeah. But I'm different. I'm still I'm not like that.
I'm different.
What?
I'm
fun.
different.
I'm good. Life is good. Look forward to
Life is
things.
good.
Because
No
what?
matter how often you claim that.
You are promised nothing in this life. Be happy for what you get.
Yeah. Let's be happy for nothing.
This is how you're successful as a Tyrannid player. Be happy with nothing. This is what we're doing. This is what the Creature Conference is all about. Let's take models that were released 7 years ago and, you know, rework them and breathe new life into them, because we have to be happy with what we get, which is nothing.
I told you that I got back into contact with an old friend of mine
Yeah.
recently who taught me so much about sculpting.
Yeah.
And he said, well, he's getting back into sculpting and or into making models and everything. And I said, yeah, me too. And who would have guessed? You know, I'm actually working on Games Workshop things again. And he said, yeah, he's working on Tau suits as well. And I said, the only pity is that I have sold so much of my bits box
Yeah.
over the years.
Yeah.
Because I still think about bits that should be there, but I cannot find them because I sold them at some point.
Yeah.
And he said, you know what? Forget about your old bits box. We have what we need, and we can sculpt the rest.
There you go.
And that keeps ringing back in my head, back and forth.
Yeah.
Because
And you know what? Go ahead. Go ahead. I want to say something about this after you're done, but you might just say it.
Because it feels like about right that, you know, we are happy to, you know, have lived the life before everything changed, and now we have the skills to, you know, produce what we like. And if we don't like what we see, we can change it to our liking.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and we're so rich these days. I mean, honestly, I feel like grandpa talking now, but things used to be so much less diverse and easy. And having been away from the hobby for like 10 years, I'm
Yeah.
so blown away how high the standard of kit bashes has come over the years.
Nice.
It's crazy. It's like totally ridiculous how many talented guys are taking all those kits and putting something together, and I have no idea what base models they were made from. It's totally amazing.
Yep.
But I'm not sure if they have always been there. Just the like places like Instagram just make them more visible.
Ah.
I'm totally sure there's so many more people.
And they can
these
also
days.
be like more of a catalyst, because people would do this
Yeah.
kind of kit bashes in like their own world, and then they maybe would post it to a forum, or maybe they didn't post it at all. But now you get
Yeah.
access to it, and then that inspires other people, and it just kind of like ratchets up.
Absolutely. That's what I think.
Sorry,
I think it's probably both.
when Simon was talking about like, and wait, what did you? I can't remember exactly what you said, but it made me think about how, as salty as we might be about Tyrannid design, something that I would like to continue saying is that if you look at all of the Games Workshop Warhammer 40k lines, Tyrannids is the best line because everything has ball joints and everything is interchangeable, and not all the sizes might match up. And like the newer models, like the heads don't really have ball joints on them anymore, but we are so lucky that the models that we have been working with for the last 7, 8, 10, 12 years are so modular. What?
Are old.
No, they're old, but they're like, imagine if we had really old monopose models. Like
Yes.
that would not have as much. I'm not as hard on monopose as some people are, because I feel like, whatever, just cut them up and convert the damn shit. You're gonna convert it anyway. But it is the case that Tyranids are pretty easy to convert because of the fact that everything goes together. Like,
That's
if they're
right.
not fitting together for you one way, we'll just slap those arms on a different model, or steal like a chest piece from here, or like some legs from there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, you can get a piece from like 20 years ago and a piece from maybe produced last week, and
Yeah, it's true.
it will work to get the models will work together.
Yeah.
You try that with Space Marines, you're gonna have the wrong size. You
Well,
can
your
try and get a
your
model-
first mistake was trying anything with Space Marines, but drink.
Drink.
Yeah, so like, and like Marco's right that like, bitch as we might, I think part of the reason that we're bitching is because like people like friggin' Chris Jingles or Bits of Box or Thrifty Squirrel or all these other really talented artists are like showing us, look at how much cooler Tyranids could be. And we're like, damn it,
Yeah.
like that's a really good
That's
idea.
the
That's a
point.
really good idea. That's a really good idea. And it's because we're spoiled with the riches of, the hobby community that
That's a good point.
we can be salty. We can be like, these are cool ideas, Games Workshop, catch up.
Yeah, good point.
But talking about Bits of Box, how fucking amazing are those Tyranids he's cooking
Yeah.
up?
Yes, he was in the chat a second ago.
Absolutely.
I don't know if he's still around. Maybe his internet connection speed dropped.
These,
He's in the
these
UK.
are stupidly amazing.
Absolutely. I honestly must take a closer look at the parts they use, because it's so tempting to just rebuild it.
They're all OCR Bone Reapers.
Okay.
It's all, I
The
think it's
idea of
all
you-
OCR parts,
Okay.
isn't it?
Just the
What?
idea of using them just never came to mind for me. and
Oh, are
that
you
was
serious? When they came
amazing.
out, I was like, oh man, I want to make those into either Tyranids or Eldar, and I just never did because I suck.
No, you don't.
Well, I wanted to like everyone. I think when the Stalkers or whatever came out, the Crypt something Stalkers, everyone commented on how they looked like second edition warriors, and I was like, that's a really good idea. I should do that, and I just didn't get the chance to do that yet. I have them; they're here somewhere.
So Brett Evans actually said he posted models on forums 3 years ago that got something like 10 likes, but he reposted them on Instagram and got hundreds of likes. The conversions have always been there. They're just easier to find now with a lot of
Yes.
social media. And I think, as you said, I think it's Scriv Paints or it's Scriv Miniatures. It was going to go back to that Maliceptor. If that wasn't shown, you wouldn't have about 100 other people making their own version of that conversion
Yeah, likely
and
not.
making the model so much better. Back about 10 years ago, now it's all there.
Yep.
And one bit from Symbio Joe is, what is a big plus of your streams, as you don't only critique, but you offer solutions, which is far and
Thank you.
better. Bitching can be done by anybody.
This is
Thank
true,
you.
and like,
Well, this
yeah,
is- it almost sounds a bit sarcastic because we had
Shut up,
this
shut up,
big bitch
Shut
show
up.
a good while ago.
shut up, shut up.
I'm not talking to you anymore.
Okay, go ahead.
Welcome to the Tyranid Bitch Show.
Sorry, Simon makes a really good point that we recorded together in, oh fuck, was it 2019 or 2020? When did we record the Creature Conference? I think it was the early pandemic that we got back connected with Marco, and we
Yep.
recorded that Tyranid design review thing. And then I didn't put it out until like 2021. So yeah, we've been talking about fixing the Demacaron, the Tyrannocyte, and the Gun Beast for like
Stop it.
almost 2 years
Stop
now.
it.
Okay.
For what?
We've been talking about fixing those 3 models for almost 2 years now.
Oh,
Right?
there was a glitch. How
Oh,
long did you say?
I think it was a good glitch because I was reviewing how we've fallen behind.
Question: when is our birthday?
Oh, oh, Creature Conference birthday?
Maybe we should cook something up for that.
Oh, watch it be this week. Hold on, let me look it up.
No, it's gonna be
No.
March.
Is it March?
It's around March.
Let's cook up a Primark.
Wait, are you asking for our birthday for when we aired that Creature Conference, our initial Tyranid design challenge?
I think the Creature Conference is, to its core,
The
this
stream.
Tyranid shit show we're running here.
I love that you call it the Tyranid shit show so
So
much.
it's February 3rd, I believe it was.
Jesus, why am I even bothering? Flynn's right on this.
Yeah. Let me just double check to make sure that's the actual stream, or it's the. So that's the actual Creature Conference of when you guys released the video, was
Mhm.
February 6th, and the first stream was
I think I'll
February
break-
10th.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
So February 10th is the birthday.
Oh.
Why did it not-
So, guys, what do we do?
Show the progress.
Yeah, do we
Catch
have
up.
until February 10th to actually make some progress on this stuff?
We catch us a Tyranid Primark and cook him and eat him.
Okay, come on.
Stuff some apples into his ass.
Always solving problems sphincter first, Marco. Always sphincter first.
You sure know me.
No, I was thinking more in the direction of I don't know, having a raffle for charity event or something like that.
Hey, look, I got an apple. Where's the sphincter?
Don't shove it. Don't shove it.
Not yet, at least, please.
Or we could actually launch the 5th member challenge. Properly.
No, I think that we should try and get back to those projects. February
why not?
10th.
Yeah.
That
let's
almost
see.
sounds boring.
Quiet you.
It's a Thursday this year.
Yeah, the 11th is a Friday.
Yeah. Let's do the 11th.
Yeah. Well, let's ask the chat. What should we do? How do we celebrate the 1-year anniversary of our Tyranid Creature Conference? And if you really want us to actually get some progress on our fucking Creature Conference models, that is a valid answer.
As well.
Huh?
Tom Wilson said you could buy each other a present for another Tyranid model for you guys to never finish.
Oh shit, I think your guys' audio is coming through twice.
We are twice as good now.
Yeah.
Or twice as bad.
I don't.
You decide.
I fucked something up. Hold on. Let me.
Ooh,
Maybe I'm gonna lose my
it's
audio
also-
again. Let's see what happens.
It's also Boyd's birthday on that day.
Ooh.
Audio.
I think I'm actually onto something here. Knuckle Walker Tyranid Warriors. Here we go.
Nice.
And you know who made it possible?
Who?
Mr.
No.
Moloch and the donation of his of the zoanthropes.
Oh, nice.
But
Because,
didn't this come in the box from a biogun? You thief!
Yes.
Got you.
Yes, exactly. But you know what? I don't care.
Build away.
The quicker I get this warrior done, the sooner I can start on the other stuff.
But now I know why you said, Marco, I really need the box of zoanthropes for it. It's really important for the gun. Good one.
Okay, well, no one's complaining about our audio, so I'm just gonna ignore it and hope for the best.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's a few good ideas have come through.
Okay, what's up?
So Eric said, and to add to Tom's idea, work on the current one.
The current, as in our current
So
models.
a model for us to a model for us to never finish from Tom, and then work on the current model we're meant to be working on. Captain Timbal Lee has said maybe design a Tyranid to fill a role you guys think is missing in the range. Not a redesign of an old or existing model, but something completely original.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Pinpoint what's missing from the range in the first place.
Like a bigger, like something that is for eating, like a bigger Ripper, for example. We've got Ripper swarms, but where's like a I guess we kind of have the hair specs is supposed to be like a feeder organism. But do we have like a medium feeder organism? Like maybe
Yeah, we
Raveners,
do.
but not really?
Raveners, Venom Thropes.
Venom
they
Thropes
can
are
digest
feeder?
a bit.
You
Yeah.
all know what we are missing these days. The most important hole in the Tyranid line is, of course,
The sphincter?
no.
You
Don't
set
do it
yourself
again.
up, Marco. Come on.
Isn't it so obvious for you?
The
Of course we only-
sphincter. The most
No, we
important
need-
hole?
Let me build up some tension right now. We need the glorious return of the one and only grabber slasher. Da-da-da-da.
No, you know what it needs to be? It needs to be the Taloned Horror.
Yeah, of course, agreed.
I mean, you
Of
guys
course.
both made Talon Horrors maybe 10 years ago now. And
Yep.
I've never made a Talon Horror.
You should.
And I guess on a good day, Karen is trying to be a Talon Horror, but she never will be.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's a
Yeah, I
hole.
think-
That's right.
I think the concepts are very close, but I'm not sure the Talent Horror is really a hole in the line, but for me, it's one of the most interesting creatures because it's just seems more threatening than the whole standard range.
I guess
I also miss that the leaping concept was abandoned. I would love to see some leaping tyrants and leaping warriors again.
Yeah, that was cool.
Now,
go ahead.
with the other one, it's the floppy disk. I can never
What?
pronounce that. Remember, it's a colon slash.
Oh,
It's got the
okay.
floppy disk. Floppy disk. It's been a while since we've seen you, so welcome back. Winner of the least progress on the creature conference creature gets the anti-prize of a gold-painted second edition plastic Space Marine.
Oh shit. So we have to measure up on that day. We got to get our biocannons out. We got to measure who's the biggest, who's furthest along.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
I like that.
To everyone, say every sentence twice to mess with him. Every sentence twice to mess with him.
Oh, because of the audio?
Yeah. The gold paint cannot be thinned. Oh.
One thick coat.
No. Dunk.
Glob it on.
Hard mode from Peter Ledgen is create a Tyranid with only Imperial parts.
Boring. I mean,
And
that is
Darth
hard
Maul
mode, but like, I don't want to give the Imperials any more play than they already get.
Darth Maul said, I just started working on my Talent Horror again.
Oh, awesome.
Nice.
That's good to hear.
I've got one of the ideas for you guys.
Yeah.
Convert your own Hierophants.
No, it's too big.
No.
That was on my workbench anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Simon's already doing that.
Again, really?
Oh yeah, he can't let you beat him to it.
Shit.
Sorry, Marco.
No, do it. I'd love to see what you come up with.
Yeah, I swore that as soon as my man cave is or my hobby cave is up fully operational,
Yeah.
Death Star, I'm the first thing I'm going to build down there is my Hierophant.
But you have to
old
learn. Go ahead.
The old one or a totally new one, Simon?
The Forge World.
Yeah, but I remember your old gargantuan beast, which was very close to it. But you plan to start new.
Yeah, I never finished the old one.
I know.
You mean the one I did in Proxy Sculpt?
Yes.
Yeah, no, I never finished that.
And you're not planning to. You're planning
Nor
to
shall
start
she
new.
ever be finished.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Intriguing. Awesome.
Yeah. Just just to have the pleasure of chopping up a Forge World Hierophant.
Dude.
Although we have been beaten to it. You saw that Nurgle Hierophant thing the other day on Instagram?
No.
Yeah, you did. I think you commented
Yeah.
on it.
That was the most stupid looking Hierophant I've ever seen.
It had a funny face. Easy there. It had a funny face. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what made it look rather stupid. Oh Jesus, I still remember putting all those drill holes into the warrior kit, but this is really annoying. Again, like every piece needs to be drilled twice. Yeah, I know. I cannot shock you.
Sorry.
Yeah, thank you for suffering with me.
Didn't we all used to do metal models? That was kind of annoying.
Oh,
we had
yeah.
Dremels back then, right?
I'm sorry?
We had Dremels back then.
I honestly don't remember when I got my first Dremel. I got it fairly late from my brother, actually. But drilling metal models has always been rough.
Yeah.
I tried to drill my Hive Tyrant, my 2nd edition Hive Tyrant, with my father's drill press.
Oh, wow.
And I broke the bit.
Wow.
Oh Jesus, really?
Yeah, like the pin in my Hive Tyrant is the broken drill bit.
Oh, really?
If it works.
Let me guess, your father needed to help you.
Yeah, he did. But I actually just bought a Dremel. In my, like, cleaning up my studio. I've got it, like,
Okay.
mounted on a stand here beside me, like a professional. I've got one of those,
Wow.
like, pedals that throttles the power going into it
You
so that I can control the speed.
You lousy show off.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I haven't used it yet.
Does it have sort of a stylus tip, or is it this wide,
Oh, no.
thick?
It's got the cable that goes on the end. It's got this stylus thing.
Okay.
I'm showing it on screen, but it'll take a second to catch up.
Getting fancy, yeah? Getting professional, are we?
Well, I actually
Yeah, look at his desk.
I got told by
Nice.
Bits of Box, because he said something and he was like doing a Dremel. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't really use a Dremel. He's like, you don't use a Dremel? What the hell? I use a Dremel like every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you cut up that apple, did you use one as well?
Shut up.
Speaking of Dremels, that was one of my Christmas presents.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, we should catch up with that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How was
the
your Christmas
segue
and
in.
New Year? Wait, was there anything?
Nice segue.
Wait. But we didn't decide what we're doing for the 11th. I mean, we can decide later, but
Yeah.
what are we saying?
Party hat.
I don't know. Shall we raffle things off, or I don't know, make a prize, make a competition?
Well, I think that we should do. I don't know. I'm very partial to getting back to the projects we're supposed to be working on
Yeah, me
because
too.
I need a kick in the ass.
Me too.
I don't know if anyone
Yes.
else needs a kick in the ass, but
Just in general, or
no, to get back to the Death Daisy.
Yeah, me too. And I like the idea because I still think it's doable for all of us.
Mm-hmm. And
So we
Simon
just-
is the one who's least into it, but Simon's the one who's most furthest along. So, do we really care what he thinks?
Yeah.
you didn't to begin with, so
I was gonna say, Simon, you could literally do nothing on Karen, and me and Marco bust our ass to try and catch up, and then we're like,
Yep.
"Oh look, here's where we got to," and Simon's like, "I was here all along."
That's true.
That's the story with the eagle. No, with the hedgehog and the rabbit.
Yeah. And the rabbit.
Rabbit.
So I guess we do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Whether we work on it, whether we finish it by that date, whether we just update, it's up to you to decide what you want to do with that. But Friday,
Okay,
February
because
11th is the date to work towards.
I'm pretty sure I will not be working on it beforehand.
That's fine. But you'll have to update us. So anyone who's like, hey, whatever happened to that Hydra Dimacaron conversion, they can tune in on February 11th.
Yeah, sounds good. Same for me.
Sweet. Well, I'm going to try
Yeah.
and work on mine.
I might, but I can't promise.
That's fine.
Marco, weren't you starting to paint it at one point?
Yeah. I finished the hat. The hat came out great. I love it. Good paint job, actually.
Good.
And I don't have to do too much to it to finish it modeling wise, so it's doable. I need to get my mojo again
For what?
for finishing the modeling process. Because I wasn't too happy with a couple of parts, and then you know how it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
was seen.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I'm pretty proud of me that I'm working on this warrior here, because I honestly am thinking about nothing else these days than how to stick knight heads to Prussian line infantrymen.
Ooh, is
Okay.
that because you're doing... What are you doing there, Hydra? Want to give us a rundown?
Yeah, I will. I've been asked by my hobby butterfly friend if I want to join in on his hobby butterfly endeavor, because he has been fascinated by Sludge, the war game.
Okay.
And Sludge, the war game, is something similar to Turnip 28.
Yep.
To all that not familiar with that, it's a sort of grimdark setting, where and the basic concept is using well, basically use whatever models you like, but the dudes making that are using are using historic 28 millimeter miniatures
Yep.
from
Okay.
the Napoleonic age, and mix them with different bits. So you take away the historic seriousness,
Okay.
and so the rule set for Sludge has been written by a Australian, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah.
Who has been sitting in lockdown in Australia, looking at his world burning because all those wildfires going on last year,
Yep.
and those the water they used to turn out the fires,
Yeah.
mixed with the ash, and he said, I think at some point his whole life was reduced to sludge.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And that was where he sort of was given the idea for this war game, and yeah, and I like the story. The fluff of it is rather interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It is playing on a on Yggdrasil,
Oh, the world tree?
the world tree, yes.
Oh.
And the humans sort of have unearthed some of the roots, and therefore damaged the earth tree, the world tree, dramatically.
Oh shit, this is cool.
And
Okay.
they are harvesting parts of the roots for some sort of sorcery.
Yeah.
And a world that has been sort of attuned and has been peaceful before is now sort of coming apart, and all those branches are breaking up.
Yeah.
And they are now greedy and trying to fight for every for one of three resources. So one resource is is that earth tree root stuff
Yep.
they use for magic.
Okay.
That's one resource. The other one is land, and because of the ongoing war, usable land is getting fewer and fewer. And the other one is some sort of some airships, which you need to travel from one plane on the branches to another.
Yeah.
And since the tree is dying and decaying, everything is breaking apart. So the landscape is breaking apart, and part of the tree becomes visible and stuff like that. So it's very apocalyptic, very dark. Yeah, and it plays with that aesthetic uh, of mixing medieval helmets with muskets and infantrymen. And it is, for a change, it is stupidly cheap, even though it is Kit Bash, which is never cheap. But when you look at the prices for historic miniatures, 28 miniatures,
Yeah.
and compare them with the prices for, I don't know, for anything else that's stupid, like you get 46 infantrymen for 25 euros.
Nice.
Okay.
And so that was it is so affordable that even if even if you screw up something, it's who cares.
No big deal.
Yeah, and I really like the turnip 28 approach, which is sort of set in a similar setting, which I never really got, but it's yeah. And it's a miniature agnostic game, so you can basically use for miniatures whatever you like.
Yep.
It's just a rule set you can play around with, and I'm really looking forward to do that.
Cool.
And the famous Nikki Grillet made some amazing artworks the other day
Yeah.
of a worm priest.
Yep.
And I was looking for a theme for my army the whole time.
Yeah.
And I looked at that worm priest, and I was so taken by that worm concept that I'm now exploring the different levels of the worm.
Worminess, of course you are.
But what about
Yes.
like, are you like going Nidhogg? Is it called Nidhoggar or whatever? The worm that eats the roots of the world tree?
Is it? Is
Yep.
there a worm?
Yep.
Yeah. Then that's where I'm heading at. Yes, 100%. Nidhogger. Okay.
I thought that was your commander.
Jormungandr is the Midgar Zolom, the serpent that encircles the world
Midgard
tree.
serpent.
Yeah, but the Nidhoggar like eats the roots or something like that.
Could you send me
It's
that name
hard to
somewhere?
spell. Yeah, I'll text it to you.
Awesome. Because that was I really like this worm thing as a concept, as Nikki made it. And I'm now sort of toying around, because in the game setting you have four different characters. You have a wizard, or a wizard or a mage or something like that. Then you have those arcanists, they're called. Those are who have fucked up with the roots in the first place. And I envision them as sort of alchemists.
Yes.
And then you have like religious belief systems. And so I thought about, when I take the worm as a concept. So the wizards know that there's this worm in the earth, and they sort of try to tap into its power. Then you have the belief system, which is sort of an apocalyptic belief system.
Yep.
And the earthy or the worldy aspect would be my general. So I have dubbed for this for this one design of helmets, which is used by Games Workshop as well.
Yeah.
You cannot. You probably. Oh, jeez.
Well, they look like Sisters of Battle helmets, or like
Yes. Yeah.
the God, what are they? Mechanicus.
I think it's a salad. I think pretty sure it's called a salad.
No, they're not
salad,
salads, are
yeah.
they? They're called.
Tell me it's not called a salad. Not like the salad, but a salad.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's Italian or something.
The
But I
style
wrote
of
that.
helmet.
Yep.
Okay, so in this box that I got with 40 knights in, there is a command squad, and one of those helmets is wearing a crown, and I envision my my general to be this super fat dude.
Yeah.
Like all the command dudes are like big and greedy and hungry all the time, like the worm himself.
Yeah.
And the troops are always hungry, but they, they have to eat what is left over.
Yeah.
And yeah, to keep them in a fighting mood, they are kept hungry on purpose.
Yeah.
So
Like the
yeah,
worm.
I'm digging deep into the really grimness of things there.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm super excited about this because there's so much freedom in this, and there's and it's so easy to break up an existing visual image
Mm-hmm.
by just a simple head swap, and suddenly it's something completely different.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm all hooked about. And it's the concept is so striking that I told a friend of mine who just recently started with Warhammer.
Yeah.
And we were talking about hobby stuff, and he was like, "Wait, how much is a box? I'm in."
Let me in.
Awesome.
Yeah, he literally said, "So you want to say this is a setting where I can mix Greek helmets with paratroopers?" I'm in. Yeah,
Sounds like you've
that's
got a
funny.
kindred
And
spirit there.
yeah, and he play the good thing is that he's a colleague, and we can nerd about the game in on
At
work.
work?
At work, yeah.
On work time?
Yeah, and
Nice.
sometime hopefully we have some free hours together in school,
Mm-hmm.
and my plan is to set up a little
Table?
working place in school, so we can sit down and make some models while we are spending our free time.
Nice.
Wicked. You're so good at
Yeah.
multitasking in terms of getting a hobby in around other things.
I think when I'm inspired, that's when it works, or
Yeah.
when the pressure is up.
Yeah.
At night with black rubber gloves.
In Rick Priestley's basement.
No, it was in Nick's basement.
Yeah, right.
Don't ask, guys.
In
Girls,
Raymond's
don't
basement.
ask.
I think my landlord's name was Raymond. He lived upstairs. He was a weird
Raymond.
dude. I mean,
Yeah.
nothing against Raymond's, but he was a weird dude.
So are we, huh?
We are, you're right.
Yeah. But I think I found a solution to those warrior arms, and I'm really happy how it's starting to look.
Let's see.
Shall I give it a try to show you?
Yeah, why not?
By all means.
Yeah, why not? Who cares?
Ooh.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh man, I love the fucking talons on the end of that gun. No, it was coming through better before. It's good now.
Yeah.
Very elegant.
Can you tilt it? There we go.
Yeah, nice
Ooh,
one.
long skinny arms, creepy.
Gone to the Barg High School of Conversion Work.
Long and skinny and creepy.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice, Simon. Job's a good one.
Thank you. Well, it's not finished, but it's getting there. So the arms are long and it's a knuckle walker.
which I
Of
like.
course it is.
Let's see. Whereas I am trying to convert a fairy
What?
using
What?
Simon's favorite miniatures. Reaper. Well, I guess they're not his favorite. His favorite are hassle-free, but I feel like they're similar. Someone asked me to convert this fairy for them a long time ago. Did I lose you guys?
What?
Oh no, you're still there. Yeah, fairy. A long time ago, someone came to me asking if they could commission me to make this fairy for them. And it's like, honestly, it's a pretty simple little job, and usually it'd be kind of like too simple. Like, I don't really do commissions that are this basic, but he
I don't
told
do
me that it
commissions
was for a friend of what was that?
I don't do commissions that are simple.
No, like it's kind of like basic, but he told me that it was for a friend of his. And it was like, I don't know, it was just like a really sweet story. So I was like, yeah, this sounds awesome. I want to do this for you. But of course, that was a while ago. So now I need to get to it. It came through while I was working on the Dom, and I'm like, oh, I got to finish the Dominatrix, and then I've got some other commissions, so I don't really know when I'm going to get to it. But now I'm just like, I need to do this thing. So that's what
Nice.
I'm working on. That's the creature I'm conventioning right now.
And I am done for today.
Nice.
Did you apply all the layers?
No, I just blocked in all the basic colors just to get a feel for how the model will look in the end.
Cool.
And to get, I mean, I haven't painted anything for a long, long time. So I'm gonna approach it step by step, and then I will just do some single parts, maybe the legs first or the head first or something, and just do it step by step to just get back into the swing. But
Well-
I can already have an idea how it's gonna look.
I feel honored that you haven't done this in so long, and that the first thing you're doing is the Gun Beast.
It's ambitious, but I'm really motivated to do it because I would really love to see it finished. Such a
Good.
beautiful model.
You and me
Madly
both.
in love. Awesome. It's gonna be really, really nice.
Can't wait.
Nice.
Same here, but it's gonna need patience because I will not rush it. I will do it step by step and as good as I can.
Nice.
That's cool. It's a long, long way from Liverpool.
What?
Well, I have never been able to speed paint anything. I might learn one day, but I don't think I will.
Yeah.
Well, you have an airbrush, right?
Yes, of course I could. I could use oil washes and Zemifels and stuff, but well,
Do you have
I-
contrast?
Oh my God, Flynn's back.
I've never used contrast. I've tried it once on the victim of the how was my gun beast called again?
Oh, the French victim.
Exactly, the French victim. And the contrast didn't work as well as I hoped it would, and I stopped immediately and thought, well, fuck it.
No, it's better than you think. You got to give it another go.
Yeah, obviously.
We can
It's
talk
really
about
good.
it, but it's gonna save your life.
It's really good for skin. Like, if you've got a lot of up and downs, like you've got a lot of contouring on the model,
Yeah,
it's really effective. But if it's a flat surface,
Yeah.
it's not
Space
gonna
Marine
work
armor?
as well.
No.
yeah, of course.
Don't use it on Space Marine armor.
Thing is, for this kind of effect, I always mix Lamia medium with washes or colors, and it served me pretty much the same way. But yeah, I need to try out more things.
Well, I guess this
Yeah,
is
and
just
the
pre-mixed.
nasty thing is that, at least for me, different contrast paints work differently.
So I was told. Yeah.
Oh right.
So some behave that way, and the others behave the other way, and yeah.
Inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, we didn't talk about Christmas and New Year's. How are your
Oh,
Christmas
yeah.
and New Year's?
Happy Christmas and New Year's, everybody.
It was all happy.
all happy and cheerful and joyful, and yeah, I was sick.
Oh,
On New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Happy.
Happy.
sick
like what?
before you could even get to the drinking.
Yeah.
All
Did
right, here
anyone-
we go.
Did any one of you drink? Really?
I drank some sake.
We have a bug here.
What?
Does that mean
Yeah.
we're important now?
There's a bug?
Remove.
Oh shit.
I'm trying to do it right now.
Oh, thanks.
Remove.
Oh,
There we
Jesus.
go. Now, how do I ban this person?
I can do it.
Hide user. There we go. Done hide user, but
Put
You
user
can ban.
time.
Ban.
I can't.
ban
I can
hammer time.
report. Oh, I can report. There we
Bing,
go.
bing, bing, bing.
Pornography, sexually explicit material, unwanted commercial content, or spam. Look, everyone can watch me report. Thanks.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah, just don't hit the add moderator button.
Can I delete the comment? Okay, well,
It
that's
would be
useless.
interesting if the bot could do anything.
Hey, everyone in the chat, want to spam us with some stuff? Just spam the chat. Just fill it with your favorite Tyranids. Let's get this
Okay, you
junk
can have
out of
this
the
one.
chat.
Brett
What?
Evans could have this one.
Oh, nice. Yes, pornography. Yes. Put some boobs in it. Another moderator just handled this. Wow. Okay.
Too bad.
What the hell was I saying? Okay, yeah, New Year's. So, Simon, you were sick. Was there anything else that you wanted to note, or was it just that?
Nope,
were
just
sick.
just me being sick.
Oh, well, I'm sorry you were sick.
Yeah, thank you.
My New Year's, everyone else was sick in my family. My dog was sick. My father was sick.
That's not the thing to spam. That's not the thing to spam.
Oh no! What have we done? Floppy disk! You floppy monster!
Spam something else, please.
Jesus. Yeah, my dog was sick. My dad was sick. My dad's still kind of sick. It's annoying.
No,
That's sick.
Yeah, sorry, man.
But trying to figure it out. But no, like Christmas and New Year's was chill because Omicron blew up in our area. So we had one Christmas plan with my uncle at his place, and dude was like super on top of things. Like dude sent us rapid tests in October. Like before Omicron was even a thing, he was like, "Yeah,
I need to be on the child's duty. Give me a second.
sure." Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, if you guys are going to be in our house, everyone needs to do a rapid test." I'm like, "Wow, this is really smart." He got the rapid test. Like, you can't get them here now. They're like
Oh,
completely
really?
sold out. Yeah, our
Okay.
government is not doing a good job with them. They keep saying like,
Shit.
"We're going to hand them out for free at a mall." And then every like thousands of people line up and they have like 300 tests that they hand out.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so it's not a good scene here, but my uncle got on it ahead of time. That was my first rapid test I ever did. Came back, I was not COVID pregnant, which was nice. So we got to go over there, and it was cool. Like I used to see my family a lot, and kind of not seeing them over COVID made me appreciate more seeing them.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Yeah. So that was me, and then yeah, New Year's was very chill. Nora and I got some delicious Japanese food, as we are wont to of recent years. We found this really great Japanese restaurant that we love to bits. It's like one of the places we went on our first dates.
Okay.
And New Year's is a big thing in Japan. So they do, it's typically on New Year's Day, I believe, but they do this thing called osechi where you eat like a box of like a bunch of different cool stuff. And it's very visually appealing. Like it's very beautiful, the setup and everything.
Nice.
So yeah, we got that stuff from our favorite Japanese restaurant and just stayed in and hung out with each other and with our dog and ate that stuff, and it was great.
Sounds good. Besides your dad being sick, I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I think it's a gastrointestinal thing, and we like changed his diet and he was much better, and then we tried to put him back to his normal diet and then he got worse, and it was like, oh god. He's in good
Okay.
like spirits at least. He'll tell us that he feels great, but he's clearly not in a great place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome
Hey.
back. Marco,
Yay.
how was New Year's for you? And
Thank you.
Christmas?
For me, it was a wild ride because my father-in-law had a bad accident
Oh no.
right before Christmas where he just slipped on thin ice. There was some rain and it was freezing right away,
Yes.
and he broke his knee like 7 times.
Oh God.
Banged his head and was really in a bad shape. So he was in hospital all the time, and we couldn't even visit him due to COVID, which
Oh my
sucked balls.
God. I'm so sorry.
So, yeah, thanks. We spent a lot of time with his wife because she was alone at Christmas,
Yeah.
and yeah, and we visit my parents too, which was really nice because they are getting older and older, and as you said, due to COVID, we don't see each other as much as we used to,
Yeah.
and it was really important to just being able to see each other again. So it was good.
Good.
Yeah. Between Christmas and New Year's Eve, and uh, obviously there was the Book of Boba Fett show coming. Which
I was gonna
was
ask you, what do you think? I haven't
Yeah.
watched it yet, but how do you feel?
I'm still having mixed feelings, and I understand why a lot of people can't enjoy it as much as they would like to, because they have this big stereotype of Boba Fett on their head being the stone cold killer and never removing his helmet and being no nonsense and stuff.
Yeah.
And of course, this wouldn't make for a good protagonist in a story. So
No, it's
of
Yeah.
not
course,
good television.
he's different, and I totally enjoy what they're showing right now because you can really see the love for the material they have.
Mm-hmm.
They spend a lot of time showing details of the world and just play around in it as a kid would, which I think is a great idea. And I think they have a good narrative going. And the start was pretty slow, too slow for many people, not for me. I enjoyed it totally.
The
And
start of the Book of Boba Fett, like the new series.
yeah, it starts rather slow. They don't. I think people right now are so used to the world being fast and getting input all the time and
But
yeah, and bam, 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 and it isn't
But
like that.
I started to rewatch The Mandalorian
Yeah,
Yeah.
for just to fill in the gap,
yeah,
and that was as slow
Yeah.
in
I
the
think
beginning.
so.
And I feel I don't care for yeah, slow and fast paced and whatever, but I feel I cannot quite put my finger to it, but it's something is maybe it's a little bit too slow,
With
or it sort of teases it works with flashbacks and present
Yeah,
time things and
wait, you're saying Book of Boba is too slow?
yeah.
well,
Well,
it's
I feel it's not, you know, with the Mandalorian you had the mysteriousness of the character
Yeah.
where the slowlessness made sense, or like extended the tension,
Yeah.
and you wanted to know who that is and what's happening and how it's going on and
and
what's going on.
there was Baby Yoda, of course,
Yeah.
and
No,
Boba Fett had no tension in the present storyline. There's the flashbacks. The flashbacks are flashbacks. They're nice to see, but they make for less tension. And the current timeline doesn't have much tension because
yeah,
there are no stakes which you can relate to.
yep,
But I'm enjoying it. I'm
yeah.
relaxed to be happy about what we get, and I don't think it's bad.
Okay.
And
It's
I'm very sure they will have all the bells and whistles in the end. It's gonna be bang boom, lots of famous things, characters appearing and things happening. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be great in the end.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But yeah,
I think there's a lot of people expecting it to be all action from the get go because they basically think it's like a spin off from Mandalorian.
Yeah.
yeah,
And for me, it's like I was kind of expecting that at the beginning, but it's like you got to realize they've got to set the scene for all the characters. It's like we actually haven't been back to Tatooine in the storyline for over 5 years, because that's 5+ years. Because that's the gap between uh, Return of the Jedi and Mandalorian. So you've got
Mhm.
these 5 years
yeah.
of stuff happening that you don't know about. The only bit is like when you've got the flashback scenes, there's no tension for me.
Yeah, and
But
I think they could have dwelled a little bit more on how he escaped the Zarlak.
They should have. They certainly should have. And I would have preferred him to be a hard-ass bounty hunting cold-hearted asshole and get softer with time.
Mhm.
They decided to show it differently, but it's okay. I'm willing to let them have the reins and me to enjoy what they are offering. Because if we're all fighting about should be different, should be like this, should be more like this, what the fuck? I don't care.
Yeah.
Sounds kind of like us with Tyranids. Should be different. Should be this. Should be that. Ah, what the fuck? I don't care.
Yeah, same thing.
Boba Fett as the bounty hunter is better, I think, about 7 minutes of actual screen time.
Yeah, and like 13 words or something, like nothing. He didn't say anything at all.
But I feel like when I saw I haven't watched Book of Boba Fett, but when I watched The Mandalorian, and Boba Fett showed up on that planet with like the Jedi thing on the hill and Baby Yoda,
Yep.
he was pretty badass, man.
Yeah.
He was as badass as you could possibly be.
He was kicking tail and taking names.
The director said, this is probably his only chance ever to work on Boba Fett, and he's gonna make sure all the images we have in his head are just like that.
Oh, good.
So,
okay.
but they couldn't have him start like this, because if he would be the all-conquering badass warrior, whatever, there would be no tension. They have to build him up, of course, and it all makes sense.
Tom Wilson makes a very good point. He finds that there's 2 stories going at the same time, so you come away feeling as each episode is shorter than it actually was.
Oh, there's 2 stories?
Yeah,
There's one story on
the
the
present
present
time and his past.
Ah.
So how he survived on Tatooine and how he learned to speak the Sandman tongue.
No spoilers, no spoilers.
Well, that's okay. That's good to know that there's 2 stories. I didn't know that part.
Yeah.
I just know that it's going to be at the end. It's going to be a cut of the flashbacks all done together to watch through, which I think really, I actually want to watch that more than anything else at the moment. I don't.
Oh, so that's what I should wait for. I should wait for like the machete cut of Book of Boba.
Anyway, this was a big thing for me to see it starting, because Boba Fett was my first 501st costume I ever had.
Mhm.
And I spent so much time in this costume in special places and special moments of special people that I have so many fond memories of this. Of course, that I have a sort of attachment to this character, so it was very exciting for me to see this start finally.
Nice.
And yeah, New Year's Eve was mainly dominated by us sitting at home with our 2 dogs, because our dog, which comes from which was rescued from the street,
Yeah.
is very, very, very afraid of any bangs and any crackers he's hearing. So, well, we had a pretty not so great evening watching him be afraid. And he was really afraid.
Oh Jesus.
He was crying in fear for a while, and it was really pitiful to see.
Hey, my dog that came from a fancy breeder is terrified. We were sitting downstairs, and he was like in a room upstairs, and we had him in his crate because we're like, oh, he's gonna go to bed now. And then people started lighting off fireworks at midnight, and he doesn't make a lot of noise, Ripley, but we're like sitting downstairs, and we're like, what is that barking? Oh my god, is that our dog? And I walk upstairs, and I hear the barking, and it sounds like it's coming from outside, and then I realize, no, it's him, and he's barking his head off because the fireworks are freaking him out so much.
Poor doggy.
Yeah, well, so we brought him downstairs, and he got to hang out with us.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. But we watched Expanse on New Year's Eve. Because the Expanse has been releasing its episodes on Fridays.
Okay.
So like one came out on New Year's Eve, one came out on Christmas Eve. Honestly, anyone who knows me knows that I'm a longtime fan of the Expanse. This season is really letting me down.
Really?
Yeah, it's like it's the final season of the show. Right? Sorry?
It's the last, right?
Yeah, it's the final season of the show. So like big important things have to happen before the end of the season. And they've released 4 of this. There's only 6 episodes. Like normally they do 8 or 10 episodes. And this year there's only 6. And they said that's because like the episodes are so expensive. And I'm like, what did you spend this money on? Because nothing happens. Like there's every so often there'll be like an important scene, like an action scene or something, but it's pretty short. And then it's just a lot of people loafing around spaceships and talking. And I'm hoping that the final 2 episodes are a big deal, but the description for the second last episode is a snore fest.
Oh shit.
So
I'm really sorry to hear that.
well, I don't know. Hopefully it pulls it out. But like, yeah, this
I'm sure they will make it up in the end.
for a
because they
final
say-
season, it's pretty disappointing.
They are saving all the money for the big bang in the end.
Well, I hope so, because shit. There's been no bangs so far, so. Well, there's been like some small bangs, but very small bangs.
Be patient, Padawan.
Yeah, apparently. I think I'm just also like very I'm keyed up about it because it's the last season.
Of course.
And even though there's more book matter, there's currently no plans to make the subsequent books into shows.
Okay.
Currently, might change. But yeah, so I really want this to like do well by the series and like close it well, and
Yeah,
it doesn't feel as good as the previous seasons.
I totally feel you. With Mandalorian, I was shaking with every single episode because I was afraid they would fuck it up.
Ah.
And I remember people discussing it as vividly as we do right now before, but people now have rosy glasses on.
Oh, because the
thinking about it.
Mandalorian was so good?
Yeah, but at the time it was very controversial how good it was.
What was controversial?
Yeah.
How good it was.
Ah.
Rather people think, Boba Fett, I'm not so sure. But Mandalorian, that was a great show. And Mandalorian had so many filler episodes with no tension and,
Yep.
well,
Yep.
not so great stuff and everything being very short and so on. But the great parts were really great. So this is what
Yeah.
what we remember.
Right. That's a good point.
The second title of the show, The Things We Remember.
Yes.
Wait, what about
Thank you.
Flynn? Flynn, tell us about your Christmas and New Year's.
So I got very unlucky and
Uh-oh.
lucky with some timing of a positive COVID test.
Oh.
So I have had absolutely no symptoms whatsoever,
Yeah.
but I had to take we call them lateral flow tests here, but the rapid tests. So I was taking them all because I had to because I was in close contact with someone. But mine were all negative, but I had to take a proper like lab test,
Yep.
and that took forever. The results took forever to come back,
Yep.
and it was like, oh, by the way, you're positive.
What?
What?
Yeah, no symptoms. All my lateral flow tests completely negative. So it's most likely I had it in the last 90 days, last 3 months, without having any symptoms as well.
Wow.
Superhuman.
Yeah,
Get vaccinated, folks.
that's what it can do for you. So I got very lucky that for the isolation timing was my last day of isolation was Christmas Eve.
Oh, great.
So
Okay.
I was
Okay.
able to still spend some Christmas with my family, not locked away in a room.
Yeah.
But most of my family, family were coming over just after Christmas. So we did the Christmas Day and everything a few days later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I had to be back at work on New Year's Eve, but was able to get home in time. But because obviously being off for like a week, 10 days, and just binging out on food, I fell asleep way before
New Year's?
midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also had to be. I was up at 5 o'clock on New Year's Eve anyway because I had to work that early as well.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But it wasn't bad. I got to see some family members I haven't seen for a few months. Organised some other stuff to do later on in the year. So it was quite a nice Christmas.
Good.
Sounds like it.
Sorry you had the stress of the positive result, but it sounds like it worked out.
Yeah, it was.
Sounds like it played out in the end.
It was just more annoying with the whole. Okay, I've sent my test off. Okay, it's no result yet. No result yet. And
Yeah,
then,
the waiting.
yeah, and,
And like,
oh,
can
most
you
likely
work when you're waiting for a result?
Yeah,
You can.
you're allowed to still work. Yeah.
Oh, that's a little
because
weird.
You have
What?
to take
What?
you have
That's
to
a
take
bit
rapid
risky.
test. You have to take a rapid test every morning
Ah.
or every day, while
Okay.
you've been in close contact with someone while you're waiting for your results to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if any of those will turn positive,
Yeah,
you're in isolation straight away.
Mhm.
yeah, of
But
course.
if none of them are positive, you can still go out and do whatever you want. And I was just like, my results took. So I sent my test off on the Friday. I didn't get my results until the Wednesday.
Mhm.
So it was just strange of how long it took to get the results.
Oh, we're a total mess here. Like, it was, I don't know what it is now, but when I heard about it most recently, it's you got to wait 7 days to get a test, and then it's going to take 7 days to get your results back.
What?
Yes.
It-
So they basically said, just assume you have COVID. It's like, okay, great. Because like
What?
with Omicron, like everyone wants to get tested, and we do not have the capacity.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they've now
absurd.
changed it here. They've changed the rules again here. I don't even know what they are
Here,
now.
I think now only like high risk people can get tests or something, and everyone else has to assume they have COVID. I think that's what we're dealing with.
That sucks big time.
We don't
And-
have that
and you-
German efficiency, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, Marco, and you think that our labs and whatnot are overworked?
Yep,
You guys invented
Yeah,
BioNTech. Come on. You should be king of the
it's
world.
true. It's true.
Jesus. Just assume that you are positive.
Yeah,
Good.
I feel like the
Yeah.
Americans are doing that too. I think they're being like, just assume you're positive.
Yeah, just assume that you're positive.
Oh,
The
thank
American way of life.
So comments in the chat. Tom Wilson says, I like the Book of Boba. I think they should have done the first 2 episodes together, though. I find that because there's 2... Oh, we talked about that part. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and Diana says you can get special vests for dogs. The pressure helps calm them
Oh, thank you.
with the fireworks stuff.
We'll look it up.
I've seen friends for dogs that are afraid of like thunderstorms, they put like a shirt on their dog, like a t-shirt, and for some reason that
Okay.
makes him feel better. I don't know. He still seemed pretty freaked out to me when he had the t-shirt on. They're like, "Look, he's so much better." I'm like, "Are you sure?"
Well, they are weird creatures, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, they hang out with us for one thing. That's pretty weird.
Yeah, certainly.
We're talking about chat, your own dogs.
Both chat and dogs, strange creatures hanging out with us. How foolish.
Boba Fett had the nicest Tusken dogs. They were so cute. They are so nice. Love
Boba
them.
Fett has the what?
Boba Fett has the nicest Tusken Raider dogs.
Oh.
Like, they look to me, they look nearly perfect as crude dogs. Only the biggest.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I gotta check that
You
out.
are absolutely right. They were crude dogs.
Damn, I gotta check that out.
It's not going to be much of a spoiler, but did that monster in the first episode remind you guys of anything?
Of course.
Is that what?
Harryhausen.
Yeah.
Harryhausen.
What?
What?
Ray Harryhausen, the old stop motion monster effects. It was
No, I was
He's
was
talking
a
about a
homage.
Tyranid, clearly.
Zote.
Yeah.
Really?
That
Yeah,
was the
well,
first thing that came to mind when I saw it.
good point.
I'll let you know
Yeah,
whenever I see this thing.
What I have to admit is that I don't know if you guys know that the Skullforge studio,
Yeah,
and they're on top of things like there's
yeah.
the episode is released. Stop. And here you have the STL.
Yep, yes.
Oh,
perfect.
really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you telling me I got
Like
some new
next
crude
day.
dogs that I could print up?
I don't know if they don't already exist, but maybe.
I think they would have been done for a few times because of like they were even featured in Attack of the Clones, the Jedi Bounty Hunter video
Oh,
game.
okay. So this is not a new thing. A new
Nah, they've
creature.
been around,
Okay.
but it's better. The quality of the CGI on them is a lot better,
Okay.
They work very well in the series, I think.
and also they're in daylight this time, not just nighttime.
Yeah.
You know what? I have officially left the scratch build phase of this model.
Nice. Time for sculpting?
Yay.
Yeah, time for green stuff, but I don't think I'll do that today.
I'm officially drilling pewter, and I hate my life. It's the slowest shit in the world.
Crimea River.
However, I
Yeah.
got smart and I switched out of my God Hand drill bits because I clearly would have snapped one of these mofos off in there because they're made for plastic.
Maybe the
I
Dremel.
have. Yeah, you have a Dremel right next to you, isn't it?
Oh, you bastard. No, I don't want to put this bit in a Dremel. It'll snap right off.
You just have to step A.
Spit on it.
No, use wax.
Wax.
Get a candle, wax it.
Wax on.
There we go. I knew it was coming. Yeah,
Step
I'm on the
2.
4th hole now though, so I think I'm good.
Okay.
The other annoying thing was drilling pins into these wings, which are like they're flexible like rubber. So I don't know how all these pins are going to work, but whatever.
Boys, I gotta go. That's it. That's gonna do it for today.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel like we should probably all go. This has been this has been a long one. Thank you for kicking around this long.
Oh yeah.
Necron Nick is talking about lateral flow tests and PCRs and stuff. Super
Yeah,
weird
that's
and
our lab
interesting.
test ones.
Oh, Eric
Excellent.
Christensen's heading out. Thanks for joining us, Metal Beardy Beard
And
Beard Beard.
apparently my camera has been wrong the whole time.
It has? What?
Yeah.
I
Has
can
been
see-
reversed.
Oh.
And no one noticed.
Oh, you
Shit.
can do
Well,
that?
He did.
Oh, I noticed. I thought I'd just leave it until someone else actually noticed.
Is that a setting?
And I just fixed it. There you go.
Is that a setting
You're
that you can
welcome.
change?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh my god, he sculpts so well with his left hand.
Nice.
You know he's a beast.
So I'll do the normal bit of, if you like the stream, guys, remember to like, share, subscribe.
Actually,
Ring the
Diana did that
bell.
for us before. Diana
Yeah,
showed
right.
up, and I think that was one of her first comments.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah.
Well, I actually placed a like on it now. So people do that as well.
Good
Way
man.
to go. Way to go.
Nicholas, before you leave a like.
And if you're watching the VOD, do the same things.
The
Or
VOD?
drop a comment on video.
Oh, yes. Yeah. If you're watching this, like, if you watch this live with us, if you watch this after the fact, we are happy to have your comments, your likes, your subscriptions, regardless of whenever you watch it. I know not everyone can make this time, because it doesn't work for all the time zones, but we're happy to have you anytime you can join us. So I hope you enjoyed our chin wagging about the possible new Tyranids. We'll see how right everyone is, whether it's a Parasite of Motrex, whether it's a Shrike. And tune in. We'll tune in next week because we'll be at this time next week, and then we'll go back to the later time after that. But on the 11th of February is when we're finally going to revisit our creature conference projects, the namesake of this whole dillywag. So yeah, if you've been wondering what the heck's going on with Karen, that's the time to tune in.
When you're all very, very quiet and you're really quiet, I think you can hear her whining.
Oh, poor Karen. We'll get back to you soon, Karen, honey. Don't worry, buddy.
At least I made a painting of her.
And you
Oh
know what?
yeah,
I
the
can hear-
drawing.
I can hear Nick's orbital sec. What does it do?
Farting in the background? Yeah, I'll have to remember to get the Death Daisy to fart when she rolls in. Okay. Thank you guys so much for taking the
Yeah.
time. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Good night. Stay safe, stay healthy. Marco's already gone. All right.
I'm still here. My voice
Oh.
is still with you.
Okay, he's taking his pants off.
Ooh.
Pants off
I'm
time
all
on the stream.
Let's have the numbers for today's lottery.
Go for it.
5544.
You're not going to win anything with those numbers, but sure. There you go. Your friendly creature conference lotto numbers 5544. If you win anything, hit us up with a super chat.
Can I show the world my sphincter now?
No, damn it. All right. Say goodbye, Hydra.
Goodbye, Hydra.
Say goodbye, Moloch.
Goodbye, Moloch.
Say goodbye, Flynnhammer.
Goodbye, Flynnhammer.
Goodbye, Mr. Pink. See y'all later. Bye.
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 Okay, ending stream. Ending.
End of